how's everybody doing today? Welcome back to the Miss America channel. I'm the reigning Miss America 2023, Grace Stanky, here with...
And I'm the current Miss America's teen, Morgan Greco.
She's really awesome. I'm really excited. Today we are here working on OGO jars, which is something that's really important to me. My sister's a teacher, and Morgan will explain what an OGO jar is.
So OGO basically stands for Oh Great One, and it's all about teacher appreciation. And so Grace and I are going to take the time to talk about our school lives as well as some teachers that we really appreciate and impacted our lives. All right, let's do it.
Heck yeah. Ooh. You ain't losing these compliments, teachers. Know that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, green's my favorite color. I'm going for a green one.
They have no pink, so I think I'll start with red.
So my prompt is, I appreciate you because.
All right, so I got you're great because.
I want this to be like, this is my first one, so I'm like, this needs to be powerful, impactful, set the standard at the ceiling, you know?
I'm really trying to think of like teachers who went to and like made the experience of school like above and beyond and made it feel comfortable. I mean, every teacher has kind of left their mark on me and like has made school enjoyable, but there are just some teachers who go above and beyond, and I'm really trying to think back to that because sometimes it's good to appreciate the past as well as the present.
That is so true. That is so true. I'm thinking about the teachers that I really loved, and like, if you don't know my academic past, like I skipped a grade, I pushed a lot of administrators, I pushed a lot of teachers to do things that are very outside the box. And sometimes teachers are not a fan of that. So the teachers that I really, really loved were the ones that really weren't afraid to go outside the box and to try something new, because every student's learning style is different. You know, I loved like the one meme that went around for a while that was like, you can't judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, right? That was like a big thing around the ACT time and things like that. And I had teachers that really went outside the box, which was just so special to me. I'm writing on here, I appreciate you because of your kindness and flexibility in giving the best education possible. So Morgan.
Yes.
Who comes to mind? When you pull out one of these and you write, who comes to mind?
I think back to, and this will go into another story, I think back to my 7th grade English teacher. I went to a project-based learning school, and so if you don't know what a project-based learning school is, basically, they're not focused around assignments. Basically, they're not focused about assignments. They basically focus on, can you apply whatever you've learned to a project that you're doing? And so we did a lot of passion projects where you could just take something that you were really passionate about and turn it into a project. So I did a lot of artistic things, whether it be dance, painting, singing, guitar, things like that. And it was a really enjoyable experience. But my 7th grade English teacher specifically, every time we would walk into her classroom, it was really special because she knew each student was unique and that each student learns in a different way, and so she made going into her classroom an exciting experience for everyone.
I love that. Yeah. That's so nice. Like, it's just so heartwarming to hear about that. And I love hearing that your school has a different structure in terms of its setup. I went to a school that was, you know, very much so what I feel like is your stereotypical education, where you go to class, you're there for a block, for a period, the bell rings, you go to your next one, and so on and so forth. You're kind of a number in the system, which has its benefits, but it's also got its downfalls, right? Mm-hmm. And I when I think about this, you know, I just pulled another one. It says you're great because when I think about who I'm writing these prompts to, I think a lot about actually my gifted and talented teacher from 4th grade, I think it was. Her name was Mrs. Walquist, and I ran into her at the local hospital in my hometown once, and she actually still remembered me like 10 years later, and I was like, wow, this girl's got great memory, this powerful, incredible woman. And she was someone who wasn't afraid to push my limits from an educational standpoint, and that really set me up for a mindset of growth throughout the rest of my education. Because in 4th grade, I didn't realize, you know, I could push for this challenge. I could push for this class that gives me the best learning possible. And she taught me that, which was really, really awesome. Because in all of her classes, she would say, all right, well, Grace isn't getting challenged enough. Pull you off to the side and say, all right, do this other thing, whatever it might be. And that's something that's really special to me. So shout out to you, Mrs. Walquist, if you're watching this. You're pretty cool. I think about you a lot.
That's really cool. Like you're someone who like needs to feel challenged, and to me that means you're learning new things about yourself, and you're getting to say like, I can do hard things. Mm-hmm. And that in itself is really empowering. And I love that the education system that you went through encouraged you to do more things like that instead of just sticking with the group?
Oh, it's so
Grace, burning question. What is like your most embarrassing moment in school? Like has to be school related. What is it?
Okay, so in 6th grade, my hometown does a retreat? I don't know if that's the right word. Field trip? For 3 days to what we have as the school forest, right? And like, you're in 6th grade, you know, you're getting out of the house for 2 nights, you're staying overnight in these like cabins in the woods, and you're there's like 10 6th graders in a cabin with 1 senior in high school who volunteered to go and do this. Now, volunteering, God bless every single one of those seniors who volunteered to do that. But part of this field trip is one of the days we would go rappelling. I was not a coordinated 11-year-old. Rappelling down this, like, I don't even know how tall of a wall, like 100, 200 feet. I don't know how tall those are normally. For whatever reason, I was like, guys, I'm gonna be the cool girl. I'm gonna make it down in like 2 jumps. So that meant I got up there, I leaned back over the edge, right? And I launched myself off that rappelling wall. Keep in mind, everyone is down below, like watching me. Yet when I came back to the rappelling wall, I forgot, you know, the whole one law of physics where it's like every action has a reaction. Well, you swing out, there's a rope, I'm gonna swing back. Yeah, I slammed into that wall pretty hard. It was very entertaining, to say the least. I was fine, somehow did not get hurt, but it was not my finest moment at all. At all.
You know what? But makes for a great story now.
Yes.
That's what I always try to think about when I have those awkward moments. You know, my most embarrassing moment probably happened this year. I do DECA, and if you don't know what DECA is, it's Distributive Education Clubs of America, and it's all about business. And I'm a woman who wants to go into business. And so I was at my district DECA competition, and I was dressed nicely in my suit, and I was doing my notes and everything, and I had my smoothie because I didn't like to drink coffee when I was getting ready to compete or do something like that. So I was drinking my smoothie, and of course, as soon as we get to announce awards, I go to drink my smoothie, and it falls all over my suit. And it's a bright pink smoothie on top of a black suit. So as soon as I did it, I kind of just froze, and the girls next to me were like, oh shoot. So I run to the bathroom and I grab as many paper towels as I can and I rub it. I even had a makeup wipe, so I tried that and nothing worked. I ended up still having stains on myself, but I did get called up for having one of the best role plays, so I had to go on stage with stained suit and smoothie all over me, but at least I qualified.
Hey, see, and that's really awesome. I think that's something that, you know what, sometimes things happen. It is what it is, and especially stuff like that, it's an accident, right? At the end of the day, though, you're up there, you're being presented an award for what you did as a student, as Morgan, which is really, really incredible.
Another thing is that when I was called, someone behind me said something like, oh, that's Miss America's team. And I like turned around and gave him like a they like started whispering, and I just thought I was so cool in that moment, even though I had smoothie all over myself. It was great.
Hey, we're still human beings at the end of the day here, right?
Another great story.
Another story. Add it to the docket. The docket? That's a word. It's in Grace's dictionary now.
Let's go with blue. Oh, I have a new one. Yay!
There was a blank one. I was like, ooh, this is saucy.
A blank, so you can just do whatever? I love that. I really like this one. It's I appreciate you because, and I haven't gotten this one yet. So I really like this one because I feel like as an individual who's in school but has this responsibility to be Miss America or Miss America's teen, my teachers have really stepped up in order to make me as successful as I can be in school and outside of school, whether I'm just being Morgan or I'm just being Miss America's teen. And so my teachers have really stepped up, and seeing this unique circumstance that I'm in, or this unique situation that I'm in, and taking it as an opportunity for me to grow. And so giving me my homework in advance, even though I hate having to do it on the weekends, I do it in advance so that I can come back and be on track with the class. And sometimes it's really stressful for teachers because I know they have a hefty load just trying to come up with lesson plans, but they've really stepped it up for me.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's my whole thing with the school system is when teachers can step outside of treating you like just another student. You know, when they start treating you as a human being, that is just so incredible. And so many teachers out there are like that. You know, I have had so many good experiences with teachers all over, and it's really incredible when you have those. So that's so good to hear. That makes me so happy that there's just like, yay.
Another thing that I love about this is that they say they want to prepare you for the future, and when they take the chance to learn more about you outside of the classroom, it makes you feel like you really are being helped in the long run, and that they're willing to make an impact on you that's gonna last longer than your 4 years in high school, or even just your whole education, your primary education years.
All right, Morgan, what is your favorite thing about high school so far? Like, top of the list, best moment.
Honestly, I'm gonna say it's the school dances. I really enjoy to dance, so when you've got the whole school together and they've got blasting music, and it's a lot of just jumping up and down, but I at least get to dance, and so it makes me feel really happy that we're all dressed together and I'm hanging out with my friends and we're getting this really fun high school experience that you're not gonna get again. So I really enjoy the high school dances. But what's a high school memory that you really enjoy?
Okay, I had a really, really weird high school experience, right?
Tell me more.
So I did dual enrollment starting my sophomore year of high school. So by the time I was a junior in high school, I was a full-time college student, which is really, really unusual. So I had also transferred schools when I started my junior year. So I was in a completely brand new school, and I was only there for literally an hour a day because the rest of the day I was at the college. So school dances for me were a totally different experience. It was still a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun actually from my friends from the Miss America organization that I got to know. I went to a lot of their school dances because my friends weren't necessarily like at the high school I went to, but it was through things like Miss America and other groups that I was involved in that I was able to go to their school dances, and then I had the great time, you know, it's senior prom.
The hype moment.
Yeah. that you get pushed into the dance circle, and then I'm like, well, I'm a violinist, not a singer, not a dancer, but
Did you throw them one of these?
just go out there and all right, and like, yeah, let's get down to this, and there's like Get Low playing in the background.
I just start singing opera in the middle of the dance floor.
That's the energy we need. One thing I talked about was how much that teacher back in 4th grade, Mrs. Walquist, really affected my life, and that's something that I think is important because she set the tone and set the expectations for me to grow up throughout the rest of my education, right? And pushed me to strive for challenges, which I'm forever thankful for. And I know that everyone has a mentor like that. I know everyone has a teacher like that, someone that they look up into their life. I'd love to know who the special person is in your life that is a significant mentor and someone that changed your life for the better. Leave their name down in the comments below. Let me know the story and the experiences that you had with them and how they affected your life.
Thank you so much to Global Game Changers for sending us this OGO jar so that we can share our appreciation for our teachers during Teacher Appreciation Month. We love you guys so much, and we hope you guys get the appreciation you deserve.
Love to you guys.